Hey everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we are diving into document databases, a popular type of NoSQL databases known for its flexible structure, scalability, and ease of use for modern applications. By the end of this video, you will understand how document databases work, why they are useful, and how to decide if they are the right choice for your next project or not. As always, we answer the question of is what is this? What is a document database? A document database, um, a document database stores data in a document-like format, commonly JSON. It might be also XML. Each document typically contains the entire data for a given entity in a self-describing manner. Unlike relational databases, there is no rigid table schema. If you need to add a new field, you can just include it in the next document, and that's it. No migration or schema alterations required. Okay, let's try to understand how does it work. First, we have the storage model. Like, data is stored as key value pairs within a single document. Fields and structures can vary from one document to another. Number two, we need to talk about queries. Queries often involves matching against fields in the JSON structure, like the um, um, mm, find all the status active, or for this one, find all the middle name equals William. Oh, this is too thick. Find all middle name that equals to William, for example. Also, there is indexes. Like, document databases typically allow indexing on specific fields for faster lookups, building an index on user name or email. Because each document is self-contained, it often mirrors the way data is represented in object-oriented programming or modern web applications, making it easy for developers to work with. Okay, if you want to talk about some popular databases, I guess MongoDB is the most famous one. It's perhaps the most famous one, yeah. And there is CouchDB as well. There is Amazon Document DB as well, and there is Firebase Store. The Amazon DB is a managed document database on AWS, compatible with MongoDB workloads. CouchDB, it's emphasized replication and offline first use case with the best RESTful interface, for example. Firebase Store, it's a real-time document store used heavily in mobile and web apps. Okay, what are the use cases for MongoDB for document application, for document databases? When will you use them in your system design interviews? The first thing will be in the content management systems, like store blog posts, product descriptions, or other unstructured content. Number two, you use them in the user profile and personalization. Like, each user can have different sets of attributes, preferences, and settings. Number three, we use them in mobile and real-time apps, like quick iteration, flexible schema, and built-in mechanisms for real-time updates like Firebase, Firestore, for example. Four, we have event logging. Its log entries can vary in structure. A document database handles schema changes gracefully. So document databases are especially handy when you expect rapid changes in data structure over time. or you need to store nested or complex objects without constantly without constantly updating the rigid schema. Okay, what are the pros of the document schema? The first thing, not document schema, document database. Sorry. Sometimes I messed things up. The first pro is flexible schema, like no need for migration when data structure evolves. Number two, developer friendly. Documents databases often map directly to objects in application code. Number three, scalability, easy to scale horizontal across multiple nodes. Number four, rich query features. Like many document databases support advanced queries and indexing. It looks like the best perfect database, but does it have cons though? Yeah, it have cons. What are the cons of the document database? First, we have less strict enforcement. Like without a defined schema, data integrity relies heavily on the application logic. Number two, complex query. Like while improving some complex relational queries, while improving some complex relational queries can be tricky compared to SQL. It's not as easy as SQL in terms of when it comes to querying. Number three, potential data duplication. Like storing related data in a single document can lead to duplication if not carefully designed. While document databases shine in developer friendliness and flexibility, you should carefully consider consistency requirement and whether you need complex joins or strong enforcement of data integrity. Okay, what are the best practices that we should follow practice? Oh, this is it should be C and E. Okay, it's bad. This should be an E. Yeah, practice. So the first thing, you need to design documents thoughtfully. Like keep frequent access fields together. Splitting a single entity across multiple documents can hurt performance. Number two, strategically. Like index fields you query often to speed up the lookups, but avoid creating too many indexes, which can slow down writes. Number three, plan for sharding, partitioning. So if you expect a lot of data, decide on sharding keys. But I guess if you're using MongoDB or something like that, they will do everything for you. Number four, enforce schema rules at application level. Like even though the database doesn't enforce a strict schema, you can use application logic or schema validation tools. Number five, use replication backups. Like document stores often provide replication for high availability, scheduled regular backups to protect against data loss. Okay, let's wrap everything up right now. Document databases offer a flexible and scalable alternative to relational databases, especially suited for projects with involving data models or unstructured content. If you are working on a content management system, user personalization, or mobile app that needs real-time updates, a document database could be the perfect fit for you. Thanks for watching this video, and if you found this video helpful, drop a like in the comment section below. Drop a like and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you'll never miss any video. And give me a comment in the comment section below.